The future rarely arrives without warning. In fact, many of today's biggest crises were predicted decades, sometimes even centuries ago. We didn't ignore these predictions because they were wrong. We ignored them because they were uncomfortable. First, let's talk about information overload. Back in 1962, the philosopher Marshall McLuhan warned that new electronic media would completely flood human attention. He predicted we'd see shortened attention spans, constant emotional overreaction, and a serious loss of deep, critical thinking. Sound familiar? Today, we just call it doom scrolling. The technology evolved exactly as he said it would, but our ability to slow down and disconnect definitely did not. Next, technology replacing our memory. Long before anyone had a smartphone, scientists were already warning that relying on external storage would weaken our natural memory. They were afraid that humans would start to remember less, become totally dependent on machines, and begin to confuse having access to information with actually understanding it. And today, we outsource our memories to our devices and call it progress. Then there's urban isolation. In the early 1900s, sociologists predicted that as cities grew larger and larger, our sense of human connection would shrink. More people, but less real community. Fast forward to now, and our cities are more crowded than ever. Yet studies show loneliness is at an all-time high. Let's not forget the climate warnings. By the 1970s, scientists were already sounding the alarm about climate instability. They predicted we'd face extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and immense pressure on our natural resources. These weren't just wild guesses. They were based on hard calculations. The delay in taking action wasn't scientific, it was political. And finally, algorithmic control. As early as the 1950s, researchers warned that automated systems could be used to shape human behavior, not through force, but through subtle optimization. Today, algorithms decide what we see online, what we buy, and even what we believe. The convenience we wanted slowly became a form of control. All these predictions point to one big idea: the loss of meaning. Philosophers like Nietzsche warned that rapid technological progress without a strong moral compass would create a deep sense of emptiness. We'd have more comfort, but less purpose. The result wasn't chaos. It was a kind of numbness. So you see, the future isn't unpredictable. It's just ignored. The warnings were written down. The patterns were clear. The only real question left is, which prediction are we ignoring right now? What if the most dangerous thing about the future isn't what we don't know, but what we're choosing to ignore right now? Here are 8 predictions that are already unfolding, and we're not paying nearly enough attention. First, AI won't just take our jobs. It will take our judgment. We already let algorithms decide what to read, who to date, and what to buy. The real risk isn't AI becoming conscious, but humans becoming passive, outsourcing our own thinking until we forget how. Second, the most valuable resource won't be oil or data. It will be your attention. Short-form content is rewiring our brains for constant novelty and a low tolerance for silence, making deep focus a luxury. Soon, society might be divided between those who can still concentrate and those who can't. Third, loneliness will become a public health crisis as severe as smoking. We have more digital contact than ever, but far less genuine connection. The danger isn't being alone. It's the illusion of belonging that leaves us feeling empty. Fourth, climate change won't be a slow burn. It will hit us with sudden, sharp disruptions. Our entire world, from food supplies to cities, is built for stability. When that stability shatters overnight, our systems will break faster than we can fix them. Fifth, reality itself will become negotiable. With deepfakes and AI-generated media, the old rule of seeing is believing is dead. In the future, every piece of evidence will be questioned, and truth will have to compete with convincing fakes. Sixth, mental health will define economic success. Your ability to manage stress and maintain focus will be more valuable than your credentials. We treat burnout as a personal failure, but it's a systemic problem. The new inequality might not be financial, but psychological. Seventh, technology will continue to outpace ethics. We invent powerful new tools first and ask questions about their impact later. By the time regulations catch up, the technology is already part of our lives, and the damage is already done. And finally, our biggest struggle won't be for survival, but for meaning. as technology solves more of our material problems, we'll face a growing existential void. Progress gives us comfort, but it doesn't give us purpose. The crisis won't be one of scarcity, but of direction. The future isn't coming quietly. It's being predicted clearly and ignored comfortably. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more info, just like this.